If you're pissed off, if you're triggered, if you've already pressed the dislike button because you saw the thumbnail or the title of this video, you have every right to do so. But just give me a chance to talk for a bit. The short time that I lived in Japan when I was younger, being a halfie myself, I have personally experienced discrimination in this country. So to clarify, I obviously support the equality of all people. I support the Black Lives Movement. I am not a racist. On June 14th in Shibuya in Tokyo, one of the biggest Black Lives Matter protests has occurred. And as a result, it's being reported on the media. It's all over the place on social media. So yes, to raise awareness, I think it did a really good job. I teach English here in this country, and one of the default subjects that I like to talk about as of right now, as it is the hot topic, is the Black Lives Matter movement. One of the first questions that I like to ask my students is, do you think racism exists in this country? Surprisingly, a lot of people said no. What a perfect world that would be. I've spoken about this in a past video, but Japan lacks the education for racism. It is not an issue that we talk about. So to reiterate, the protest did its job of raising awareness. However, there has been a significant amount of backlashes. Timing. A lot of people seem to be forgetting that we are in a middle of a pandemic. The national state of emergency in regards to corona has been lifted as of 2 weeks ago. However, the number of cases of corona has been on the rise as of late. The Japanese government is trying to do everything they can in their power to reopen the country, to get the economy running, and they are doing everything they can to contain this virus. But when a huge cluster like that occurs in Shibuya, which is downtown Tokyo, it's going to have a negative effect regardless of the message. You know, I'm crossing my fingers that this will not happen, but can you imagine if one person had corona in that demonstration and as a result, lots of others get the coronavirus? Think of the further backlashes that will happen in 2 weeks. Problem number 2. The the police attitude. For the most part, it was a very peaceful protest. However, there is a select few who are showing the finger to the police. Of course, this is just a small group of people, but this is the type of shit that makes it to the media, and as a result, it's going to worsen the image of the Black Lives Matter movement. Having said that, I am not black. I am not a visible minority in this country. I've lived in Canada for 27 years, but I was not black in that country either. So for obvious reasons, I do not know the everyday struggles of what a black person faces every day. So it's possible to those individuals who did flip the bird to the police, perhaps they've received some kind of injustice or they've received some type of racism while they were here in Japan. But again, the image. Japan is a society where appearance is very important. In the Japanese standards, women have to wear makeup when they go to work. We're not allowed to dye our hair. We can't have any tattoos. And for the most part, we're really not allowed to have an opinion. I'd love to know your opinion, because if this video came off as racist or offensive, I would love to know so that I can personally change.